Hey man, you got any of that soy sauce?
What's he unboxing? What it be? Well, I don't know. Shut up and see.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing my first ever MidWorld unboxing. I've been waiting for this book for a long time. So happy that it's getting this special limited edition treatment. The funny thing is, the first time I read this book, it was a Cemetery Dance publication. I took a chance at Cemetery Dance and it paid off. And I bought this book and I read it and I loved it. And I've read the trilogy. I've read the quadrology because there was a fourth book. I think there's going to be a fifth book. And it's awesome. It's like hits my sweet spot of horror, humor, absurdity, just crazy stuff. If you've never read it, it might not be for everybody, but it's for this body. And I read it when it was David Wong was the author. That was a pseudonym. Now he's writing as Jason Pargin. And the series is crazy. It's like cosmic horror. It's philosophical. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff into this book, into this series that's kind of defies labels. And so when Midworld was going to do it, when they announced they were doing it, and I heard they were doing all four books, I'm like, this is awesome. And then I saw the art and I'm like, this is awesome. And then I ordered it and I'm like, I feel awesome. This makes me feel awesome. So now it's here. And so I get to unbox it for you all and you get to see what's the Midworld Publications experience, Midworld Press experience. What is that going to be like for me? And I'll watch Jeff do it and then I'll just assume that's how it'll be for me. So here's the box it came in. Um, nice box. This feels very heavy. Very heavy. Apologies for the voice and the face, but I'm not feeling well. You know? The show must go on, you know? Probably going to be less coherent than normal. Okay, so if you get a book from Midworld, it'll come in a box. It'll have packing styrofoam, perhaps. Some packing styrofoam. And the book will be in bubble wrap. Wow, this is heavy. This is a heavy book. Now, that shouldn't mean necessarily quality, but it does. I don't know. When I feel a book, I'm like, wow, this is heavy. That means that maybe the paper is a heavier weight and the materials are real nice and so on. So, all right, so let's look at it. First ever Midworld. I am loving the dust jacket art. John dies at the end, a novel. Jason Pargin worked into the cover art itself, so it's not like a title treatment on it. I love that. That's very cool. Love the stained glass vibe of it. And then on the back, it says, "You are under the eye of Korok." So I recommend you read the book so you know what that means. And there's the back of it. Oh, I'm not feeling too good, so the huffing isn't maybe going to be up to my standards, up to snuff. But there's the spine. John dies at the end. It's a little glossy, so the camera's not picking it up all that well. It's cool. Wait till I show you the board. But just for posterity, there's the dust jacket. Now, the naked boards are cool. This is a nice production. Very nice. Little bit of glue there, but it came right off. It's cool. It's cool. Look at that. Very cool detail. You are under the eye of Korok. So John dies at the end. It feels like an SST book. It feels like an SST production. With the material, and I mean that's just the comparison I'm making right here live. You know, well, not live; it's recorded because I can edit out coughs and stuff like that. So understated end papers. Wow. So this edition of John Dies at the End is limited to 500 hand-numbered copies, signed by Jason Pargin, and I have the super low number of 6. That is excellent. I love that. Very cool. Lower numbers really don't matter in the collectible world, but for stupid, shallow people, they do. I dig them. I dig the lower numbers. My number with SST is 3, and that's a point of pride. I put it on my LinkedIn page. So here's an example of the kind of stuff you're going to find in John Dies at the End book. Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Um, Beautiful art. Just stupid gorgeous. This book also includes the afterword, the additional content that Jason Pargin included in the 10-year anniversary edition of this book, which I bought. I have that on my shelf. That has a bonkers awesome cover, and I couldn't resist it because it had, again, a follow-up, like an interview with the characters 10 years after the events in John Dies at the End. The next book is, this book is full of spiders, and then what the hell did I just read? And then if this book exists, you're in the wrong universe. And the funny thing about that is all the books were originally written as by David Wong, except for if this book exists, you're in the wrong universe. So by then, he was going under the name, his real name, Jason Pargin. But before then, the first 3 were all David Wong. And after they were published as David Wong books, they were reissued as Jason Pargin books. So you're getting books with the same title cover art that have David Wong as the author and then have Jason Pargin as the author. So there does feel like this is a different universe, right? Because it just gets that sort of vibe across just by these 2 books existing identically except for the author. Just creates that little bit of disruption. It's cool. I was going to collect them all again as Jason Pargin books, but I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick with the ones I have. But like I said, Cemetery Dance did John Dies at the End. They didn't do the subsequent books in the series, and then they just decided to never publish limited editions again because they're a dumpster fire of a publisher with a owner who's just chasing his own fame and fortune. So then a young, scrappy publisher gets the rights to do it and puts a lot of passion into it. So I will support the rest of the series. I hope he does them. I hope Travis at MidWorld does the rest because someone needs to do those books justice. So I'm thrilled to have it. I'm impressed with my first MidWorld book. I have 0 complaints with it. I do think at the price point, it should have had a slipcase. But I will say he's delivering more than Subpress is delivering. You'll pay the same for a Subpress book, and basically you'll get an illustrated signature page and a beautiful dust jacket. So this has interior art. So just something to consider. Definitely not a complaint. I'm happy with my acquisition. Crazily enough, I don't know why, copies of this book are still available. I will link to it in the description. You can go get one. They're shipping now, so you can jump right on it without having all that pre-order wait time. You can go right back at it and grab yourself a copy and read it. It's a fantastic book. It's a lot of fun. And if you don't like it, don't blame me. It's nothing I could do about it. So thank you for joining me this time. I hope to see you again next time. And in the meantime, stay frosty.